I think one question was in the comment section was, what novels do I teach? So every district actually has their own preferred novels to be taught to the students, and there are novels that are popularly taught in that grade level. But what I will be sharing with you are the novels that I have taught in the past 3 years. For English 1, my previous school was very big on the Blue Ford series. So we usually just choose 1 or 2 books from that series. So you have The Bully, I think Safe, other stuff like that. So it's in the Blue Ford series. So that's for English 1 students or 9th graders. You also have Animal Farm. That's the classic that is like expected to be taught. But I personally didn't touch on that one. So I did Blue Ford series, and my favorite is Bronx Masquerade. For me, it's very relatable. And according to my students, they like it. I always ask my students at the end of the book if I should teach or if I should also let my next class experience the book. And they said Bronx Masquerade is a 2 thumbs up for them because it's very relatable and everything for them. So that's 1, Bronx Masquerade, Blue Ford series. Last school year, I introduced The Alchemist to my grade 9 students. And I intend to do the same, but I'm gonna tweak some of it in terms of like what skills and how to teach it and like the emphasis of it. But yeah, so those are the 4 novels for my 9th graders based on my personal experience. For my 10th graders, we did Night is a good one, and a simpler one, which also almost has the same theme because it's about a survivor, a Holocaust survivor. It's Prisoner B3087. The only thing is, Night was written by the survivor itself. He was the author, and it's nonfiction. Whereas Prisoner B3087 is, I want to say, creative nonfiction, but because some things happened for real, but a lot of details were added for more impact and for the plot of the novel. But most of the major events happened to the main character, but the novel wasn't written by the survivor himself. So it was written by a different author or person. So we did Night, Prisoner B3087. I also did, in my previous school, The Raisin in the Sun with my 10th graders. It was fun, but then I realized maybe they weren't ready for the theme. So in my new school last school year, I did Raisin in the Sun for my juniors because it's American Lit anyway. And it kind of worked better. So I might stick with Raisin in the Sun for the juniors instead of the 10th graders. But that's really up to you. The Raisin in the Sun is a play around Harlem Renaissance. So it's, for me, just based on my own evaluation, I think it worked better with the juniors than it did with my 10th graders. And my favorite novel for the 10th graders is Long Way Down. I won't spoil you on that one, but that's really good. It's really, really good. They loved it. Next, for English 3, we did, our classic was The Great Gatsby. It was a journey because the novel had a slow pickup. We all know that. So in that slow pickup, the students were reading. I appreciate it with me, but they didn't enjoy it that much until like we reached the climax of the novel. But at the end of the book, they fell in love with Gatsby. And it also happened that the play, The Great Gatsby, started in Broadway the moment we finished reading the novel. So it kind of sparked their interest more. So we did The Great Gatsby. We also did, as I said, The Raisin in the Sun. You can do Hamlet or any Shakespearean play. Shakespeare is not really mandated to be taught. Like, it's really up to you as a teacher. Because before I thought like grade 9 should be Romeo and Juliet, grade 10 should be Macbeth. Oh, I forgot. I taught Macbeth in my grade 10 students and they liked it. It's gory. It's, it's Shakespearean tragedy. So you know how that goes. So yeah, I also taught Macbeth with my grade 10 students, and I didn't do Shakespearean for my juniors. We were only able to do those 2. but I think we were able to really dig deep into it. That's why I'm okay with that. For my seniors, I did Beowulf, of course, the Canterbury Tales, some of the tales there. I shared my favorite book with them. This was the second time that I shared Tuesdays with Maury with my seniors, and yeah, I just feel like the theme of the book would be very beneficial to seniors since they will be out and about in the real world, and most of them like it. The language is very upfront, very simple. The theme is very relatable, and I think it's universal and timeless. So I did Tuesdays with Maury with them. I did one more. Oh my gosh, it was a novel about a young GI. I forgot the title, but if I remember, I'm gonna place the book somewhere. That one. And then really I give them more independence. If they want to choose a book that they want to read, we just have to come up with like a generic book review template to make sure that they are reading what they said they will be reading. It's really fun. I mean, I really find it fun. Just make sure that you do not isolate grammar. So grammar is taught in the context of literature. You cannot have a full grammar lesson day. It should be taught in the context of literature or in the context of the student's own writing. So do not isolate grammar in your ELA classroom or lesson. How does a usual ELA class look like? So for a 90-minute class, it's called the block. So for one block, what usually happens is you start with a short bell ringer. It's something that the students immediately do upon entering your class. It can either be, it's something to prepare them for the new skill. It can be vocabulary, it can be something simple, like something they can do in 5 minutes. And then you can proceed to independent reading, which can last like around 20 minutes. And then journaling or journal entry, usually based on the independent reading. And then you can go on with your instruction, a short instruction or a short lesson. And then you go to guided practice and then independent practice, and you end with an exit ticket. Your independent practice can be your exit ticket, or it really depends to you. So you have to have some sort of a closing. So that's it. I mean, it's challenging in a way that these students, this is their first language. This is their mother tongue. So most of them will ask, like, why do we need to learn English? We already speak the language. But it's just important that they understand that speaking the language and reading and writing in that language, especially comprehending the language in different forms, is a completely different skill. So I hope this helps. If you have not subscribed yet, please join our simple little community. We are growing little by little by clicking that subscribe button. And please share this video so it can help more English teachers who want to teach or who will be teaching in South Carolina. And yeah, so thank you very much. Feel free to leave a comment, and wherever you are, I hope you are happy and I hope that you are fulfilling that goal. So this has been Teacher Yan. See you in my next one.